What's up, guys? I think I'm starting a new project. Let's get started. Alright, what we're looking at here is an Asus Essentio computer. It's model CM5571-BR003. That's a really long name. This is a Pentium E5400, 2.7 gigahertz. Came with like 6 gigs of memory, 750 gig hard drive, and a DVD-RW. When I got this, maybe 4 years ago, I think I bought this in Best Buy, and I would have normally just built one, but at the time I needed something like right away, and so this was the best thing I could get my hands on. I used this for a little bit, and eventually I just gave it to my wife, and I had a laptop that I was using. And as you know from the upgrade series that I did for my wife, I pulled out the hard drive and the DVD-RW from this thing and stuck it in her new computer. So let me show you what the inside of this thing looks like. Alright, so here's the inside. Pretty clean case. Micro ATX board, 6 gigs of memory. These are each 2 gigs of DDR3 1333 memory. Processor, I believe this is a 300 watt power supply. SATA port, or SATA 2 USB 2.0. This guy right here, I added. This was an XFX, or is, I should say, an XFX Radeon HD 4350. And on the back, your sort of standard array of I/O. At the time, what I thought was kind of cool, this had a HDMI, as well as a DVI, VGA, USB 2.0 ports, gigabit LAN, and sound. So overall, a pretty basic PC. I think I might have paid maybe $300 for this thing, maybe less, I can't remember, but I know it wasn't terribly expensive when I got it. And it really served its purpose really well. Okay, so I've had this thing sitting on my workbench for a couple months since I finished my wife's upgrade, and I started to think about what I wanted to do with this thing, because it's certainly, new enough that it would still work as a pretty decent machine. I first thought about using this as a computer that my kids could use. But I've already have a couple of laptops that they use right now, and that would work really well, or works really well for them, so I kind of scrapped that idea. Then I thought about using this as like a media PC for my bedroom. The problem with that, though, is this thing is so big, at least in a bedroom anyways, that it probably wouldn't work right. And I guess the other thing is, I've got one of these guys, and I'll make a video about this soon. So no media PC for this. Then I was, the last video that I posted it was me driving to the airport in Orlando, Florida, rain.
This sucks.
And while I was flying back home, I did have a thought. And what I think I might want to do with this thing, and it will take a little time to put it all together because it will get pricey, I think, is I might try and build an Unraid server. And for those of you who don't know, Unraid is a piece of software that will let you create a server box that's sort of like RAID, but not really RAID. And it's a piece of software that's really meant to serve media and to serve videos and that sort of stuff. I think it would be pretty cool to have one. Especially because I would like to get to a point where I can sort of digitize my DVD collection and Blu-rays and that sort of stuff, and actually have a server in my rack that all of my PCs and all of the units in my house could point to get movies and whatever else. So that's sort of the ultimate dream here with this, that I could use the innards of this guy and put together a little server that I could have that will be my Unraid server. That's probably going to take a long time because you know, hard drive space alone is going to probably run me a few $100s, and that's going to be probably the priciest thing. So I need to do some research, and I need to sort of figure out how to make that happen. It's the summertime right now. Things are still really busy. School's going to be starting for the kids shortly, and you know, vacations and that kind of stuff. But when the weather turns and it gets, you know, to be back to sort of the daily grind of work and school and that kind of stuff, I might have some time, and I'll see if I can sort of scrounge together some money, and that I think would be sort of an interesting thing to do and to show you guys. So at least that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.